Um, I just, the reason why we came today literally is because we were under the impression that you literally had a desire to speak to us via Gary because he kept saying, Dolores wants to talk. Dolores wants to talk. I was like, oh, really? And I was like, okay. And then I know you said you attempted to speak to him, so then Lars and I did it. But we'll give you your time and your space. But anytime you have a desire to share anything with us, if we're not looking in your direction, we definitely would love for you to come and bang on our doors as well and lead us in a direction. So we would be honored to have the opportunity to speak with you again.
The honor
And
is all on my side because, yes, I planted this, that I wanted to express this, that we have addressed today here.
good, good, good.
So yes, it was the right time to do that.
Oh, very good. Well, hopefully you're still dancing. Like you
Yes, I
said.
am. I like dancing. I like the music because it's vibrating totally with my heart, and I like that a lot.
Very good.
I didn't
And
appreciate that so much because I was so uh, bound but by my work and all of that toll that took on my in my lifetime. So, but now I have the ability to listen to music all the time, and meeting all of these interesting entities. It's lovely.
well, there's a beautiful entity over there. Her name is Margot Marshall, and she's from Houston, Texas, and she taught me everything that I know about dance. And she's an amazing person. So if you connect with Margot, she'd show you a step or two for sure. And now she's a ballerina, of course.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, we like to uh, go ahead. There's a few more things that we had a desire to do, and we just want to thank you. And Lars is going to drift away from the scene with much love and thanks for the opportunity to speak with you.
You're welcome.
Very good. And we're drifting, floating, floating, and drifting. And now we are landing once again on that to meet the council, to meet the High Council. I'm not sure which council it is, but I know there's one that has a desire to connect with us. And Lars, you're going to be there in a count of five, four, three, halfway there, two, almost there, and one. Where are you now, sir?
We are the Council of the 11 Pleidian Lights and welcome you. And
Oh,
we are
very.
here to assist you as well as we can.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy. I don't know how he knew or how he knew that I never told him that I had a desire to speak to the plate. Did I? I don't know if I did. Maybe I did.
You had the intention, that's enough.
Okay, I did have the intention. Well, we just had a few questions. We don't want to go long. And first, I have a feeling like I was drawn to speak to you because in another session that we were doing, and that was with Gary as well. He's like the Palladian High Council, what the Palladian Council. We're part of them, or something to that effect. And I said, okay, we'll go back and speak to them. And I know since it came up in his mind, and that's why I figured we'd speak. So with that said, is there anything that you'd like to share from the beginning with myself and Lars and anyone and Gary and anyone else who may hear this?
We want to make your attention to what is important for you to release.
Okay.
It's still lingering a lot of thoughts and beliefs and fears among many of you. But you will not longer you will not longer need to cling on to this. We want to tell you that you already have transcended into fifth dimension reality, or fifth dimension energetically, we will say.
Okay, very good.
So many of you earthlings now are vibrating there, and you are enough to make the change, make the shift. But we're also aware of that you want to bring as many as possible with you, and that's a wonderful thing, and we encourage to do that. And we also want to make your attention of that a lot of things that I will not go into details in now is going to happen in your reality. It can seem a bit dramatic sometimes, but it will turn out good and well. So you will not have to fear it, because it's very important that you do not return to holding on to fears in any level. So if you're feeling threatened in some way, try to focus on the positive and on the way or path you are on now. Try not to focus on the low vibration density. They're trying to keep you back there. Elite is trying to desperately hold on to their powers or their ability to control you. They're losing it, and they are getting desperate, and they will try many more things to for you not to be able to take that step. So have that in your mind, that this is not for you to tap into, because as many as possible of you keep this in mind, they will just fall flat to the earth and have no effect whatsoever, and they are going to give up. They are going to say we surrender, and we are there for helping them.
Oh, very good. I know one of you're totally reading my mind, and I absolutely love that because you're answering questions without me even having to ask. And one of the things that you brought to our attention the last time that we spoke was you said there may be um, some movement in terms of the areas that we live in, that we may have to move and that we would be motivated or inspired to do so.
Yes.
Um, could you elaborate on that and without
We can't give you detail, but we can say that you are going to feel an urge to do some, take up on you some task, and that is involving transporting yourself and moving yourself out of where you are residing now to other places that are more beneficial for you as a singular being, but also, of course, with the interest of the collective in mind. That is always need to be in synchronicity, your own will with the collective will. So yes, that is going to be a movement on personal level, but there also can be, maybe we can say, we cannot say that this is going to happen, but maybe there will arise some war activity. It will not be able to keep on going for so long time, and that will fade out in a way. But for them people that are involved in that area, it's important that rest of the humanity help them to recover from that, and also to not have to interact with that, because
that
it's
that's
just meant to hold you down.
so that's just here on the planet, is that correct?
Yes.
Um, and you also, I believe you were the ones who stated that the planet is expanding, which means it's growing larger.
Yes.
Um, and so with that, it's going to change some of the topography, will it not?
Yeah, but that is in a longer uh, time. It's not happening. It's not going to raise a new mountain chain or something suddenly, but it's going to change because there's going to be an increase in volcanic activity, some earthquakes, and that's things going on because of your tectonic plates is moving now. When it's like you're blowing up a balloon, and if you're writing anything on a flat balloon and blow it up, it changes. It's going to be that, but very, very, very slowly.
Okay,
But
understood.
you will recognize it, and you will be aware of it.
Excellent. In July 29th, 2005, NASA announced that there was a 10th planet and they were calling it Xena. And they said it had a 3,600 year orbit. Um, is that planet that they've told us about? Is it having any effect on the planet and on the shift that's taking place, the vibrational shift that's taking place now?
Now that has been in your conscious and in your societies for thousands of years. This thought of more planets and more. Uh, how can we say? We can say that in your. We can say imagination. There has been always in humanity a thought of there is something more out there that we cannot see, we cannot perceive, but nothing like that is affecting the shift you're going through. It's just the energy field and the photon belt that is affecting you, and also of all of that energy that is brought into you, your reality from outside, from different councils and different entities coming in to help you and bring all of this different energy into your planet. But this is also taking place all through your galaxy, and your sun is getting bigger, but it's very slow process, and so it's on Earth. But the intensity of volcanic activity and so on can be happily more frequently.
No, very good. Very, very good. I just had a desire to.
We can say that it's not like some continent is going to detach from many places and float away or something like this, like many now talking about. It's not like they hide in some planet that is in your neighborhood that is going to pose a threat on you. It's not going on. You are protected for everything outside your own reality now from all of these entities and energies on your planet.
Understood.
So
I just
don't keep in fear.
Yeah, it wasn't a fear. It really wasn't a fear thing. I mean, I know there were a bunch of things that they said that went along with it. I just know that I was just looking at NASA's like 20 miles away from me. I'm really close to NASA, and I just in 2005, I just remember them announcing like this 10th planet, and so and then I was just literally wondering if it was going to if it because I guess the orbit is according to them coming around again, if it would have any effect. And you said no, so that's understood.
No, it
And
will not affect the transition you're going through now.
very good. Well, I know. So the when when the Pleiades, this particular council, I know this might, well, I'll just ask it. I'm not going to make excuses for everything that I say. Could you just tell me the name of the council again, please? Or,
The 11th Pleidian Council of Light.
very good. And, and you know how I am about statistics, and see, here I go explaining things again. How many are on this council? I'm sorry, I'll just ask straight questions.
There are nine permanent residents in this council, but it shifts over time.
Okay. Is Lars and I on this council?
Certainly.
Okay. Very good.
But
And
when you are busy elsewhere with other work, they're stepping in substitutes for you. So we are always the same amount that making decisions and making not only decision but analyze what is happening to make the best out of it.
understood. Because yeah, at one point someone did ask what happens in the councils, and I know we already went over that whole thing, and so, but it's really interesting to know that if one focuses somewhere else, that another will come in to keep the balance of the particular. Is there a particular energetic signature of the number nine in that particular that makes it important?
It's important to balancing and synchronicity and also healing. This is the focus for the moment.
Okay. And Epsilon, Epiphany, and Isani. Are they in the? Are those groups in the Pleiades?
I can't say that we are aware of those labels here.
Okay, very good. Very, very good. So,
This is, you're here as another aspect of yourself, of course. And you are making, you're as an entity of Hank, and you're, and this instrument as Lars are here with different aspects of themselves, of yourself, when you're in the mindset of healing, assisting, and teaching, and you have different roles every time. And we talk about where it's most important now to put the effort in to have the most impact on a positive level.
oh, good. Well, this is really good. I don't have any more questions, and at all, unbelievably, the only thing that I would ask now is that if you would if you had a desire to go into any more detail about what Lars does in particular on the council, just to share anything that, of course, wouldn't hurt his contract or his life plan. But I think it's always interesting people to know. Uh,
He is now focused on developing technology that he going to bring into your reality. Not maybe him personal, but he will be the one that enabling the possibility for it to brought into your reality.
very interesting.
And he's
Yes.
working on different technical aspect of that. He also tried to, you had an you had a mental picture of a train, and he also helped to tug the train forward with the work he does with you here and on a personal level also. He doesn't like us to call in an instrument. He's showing us a payphone. He's saying, I'm a payphone. And okay, you're a phone. And this phone is going to keep on doing this work for a long time in writing, in session, and in personal connection with people for a long time into the future.
After the shift happens, do you foresee he and I, or see him hanging out here on the planet much longer?
You are going to be presented with the eternity of doing different things, and then you're going to decide what to do in what you call the future. It's not already settled what that will be.
Do we ever discuss these on these councils about what all of us that are on the council, what our plans will be?
We always have the focus of the collective energy level.
Very good. Very good. So basic, okay. And
Because
what
we,
about,
we need to reconnect all of that forgettingness that you have gone through back to the source energy level. And that is something that not just going on your planet, is so many places in the whole of the universe, but especially where you're going through this shift now with your galaxy. So the intention can change from second to second to second, and we always
very,
discuss where to put the energy and intention to.
very good. I always try and come up with different questions um, to expand our understanding of who we are and what we are. And here's the last question, absolutely positively for sure. And this very last question is, what questions am I not asking that I should be asking, or that you think would be really beneficial? And if you could ask the question and answer it, and that'll be all that we have for today, if you would please.
You're already asking the question that you should ask. You are already set to questions that we answer before you ask the question. And we try to get this general message out. And that's a part of the question we wanted to have to be able to spread to you. But we do that without a direct question sometimes.
Understood.
And you get this from many different uh, communities and council and individual entities all the time.
Oh, very good. Okay. Well, we're very thankful. And I guess I'm not going to. Okay. All right. Gary. I don't know why he just popped into my head. He was the one who was saying, Pleidian Council, Pleidian Council. And I was like, okay. And I think I would probably be wrong if I. So this isn't my question. This is Gary's question. Is he a part of this council, this particular council? Or is he a part of another council, a Palladian council? And that's
He's going to be a part of this council. He still needs some development.
okay. Very
And
good.
you're helping him going through that threshold for that. And he's going to be able to connect on a, if you call it deeper level or higher level, you can call it whatever. And that is a process he's going through now.
Well, I'm sort of not training him up, but I'm definitely
You are a
going
teacher, I will ever be.
okay, going through the motions with him. Okay. All right. So thank you very much for that. And we're very appreciative for any and every time that we come together and anything that you would have to share. And I'd like Lars to drift and float away from this scene with much love and thanks for the information that they've been sharing with us. And
We leave you with love and light and the understanding of what you're going through, and don't forget that you are assisted in every minute of your life.
thank you. And we appreciate that. Okay.